and he has come all the way from the foreign land of North Carolina.
Woohoo!
And so that's a big deal. But here's the beauty of it. He is one of your own. He comes from the dealer world. Would you all, so they can get it on record, could y'all please stand up? Go ahead, stand up. It'll be good for you. You've probably been sitting a lot of the day.
Awesome.
Would you all please give him a standing ovation?
Oh, whatever. Yeah!
Awesome.
That was the best talk I've ever given. Thank you, everybody. That was great.
Just in case when you get done, they just mute.
I know.
Go ahead and have a seat, guys. Thank you very much.
That was wild.
Did that make you feel welcome?
That was great.
Yeah.
So if they don't applaud at the end, then I'll know that they already did it, so it was an okay talk.
You're covered.
All right, I think we're good.
But Jeff, I'm going to give him time to introduce himself, and please get ready to make notes and learn. He's one of our own, and I think he'll blow you away with what he's done for himself.
Hey everybody, I am Jeff. It's kind of how I start out my videos. I guess you can say people watch me from YouTube. They might know me from Instagram, maybe a little bit on TikTok, not so much on Facebook. I'll tell you why I chose those platforms. But the real beauty of this talk is I'm going to show you on the dealership level, because that's right where I am, how you can grow sales, how you can do it for free on social media. It's really cool. It's really easy, but a lot of people don't know where to start. So for me, I was just thinking about what I was going to talk about today, and I got 50 slides to show you what I'm going to talk about today. But I was thinking, you know, today is a real day of firsts, because never been to horse races before, and I saw people raise their hand. They haven't been either. I'm sure I got to bet, you know, I'll probably lose something. Haven't been to too many castles, but it's been a long time since I've been to a castle, and I've never given a presentation in front of this many people ever. So it could go horribly wrong. But it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a little bit different from the other presentations that you've heard. I'm going to show you how you can really, truly grow social media just like I did. A good example of power of social media. People say sometimes, I don't do social media, or it's not for me, or my dealership doesn't participate in it, or we're active, we're doing it. That's great. What about when you feel like a rock star for a day? Because my wife and I, Holly, we were going from Raleigh to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Lexington. But the point is, you know how the flight attendant stands there on the airplane and they say, welcome, thank you, good morning. Welcome to American Airlines, welcome to Delta. This flight attendant, as soon as I walked in, he had this big smile on him, like he's going to say, welcome to Delta. He goes, you're on YouTube. He goes, Toyota Jeff. I was like, this is crazy. And I looked at my wife. She was in front of me. She's just shaking her head like, oh, not again. But that's the beauty of power of social media. It's a powerful thing, and I kind of want to tell you how this works. Pleasure meeting you yesterday. Blue Crush, I did a post on the new Corolla Cross Hybrid that I'm driving this week. So I had to look him up. He's a world traveler, airplanes all over his profile. That was the flight attendant saying, it was great meeting you. So it's funny how you meet people through social media, and I'm going to show you real quick how it's going to translate to what you can do with it on the dealership level. So the embarrassing question to ask is, are you socially active? And we've got 4 main platforms that I'm going to talk about here. So can I get hands? If nobody raises their hand, it's going to be a disaster. I'm going to walk off. So which dealerships do you post on Facebook? Just raise your hands if your dealership does. Cool. How about Instagram? Excellent. See, these are fun ones. TikTok. Is anybody a little bit less hands on there? And then is anybody on YouTube at the dealership level? Nice. That's great. Here's the other follow-up question is, do you wish you were a little bit better at it? So you can raise your hands. If everybody's happy with what they're doing on social media on the dealership level, fantastic. We got nothing else to talk about. But I think we do. Here's a little bit about me. I do thorough car reviews. I started off as a salesperson for 14 years. So the grind. I know what the long hours are. I know what it's like for rejection. I can feel it, you know. But I built up a shell to it. And I guess people would tell you I'm kind, I'm genuine. I'm just true to myself. And that's how I am in my videos. I got a really weird personality. I like songs, I like movies, I like TV shows. So why can't you do a 20-minute walk around of a Toyota Camry or a Kia Soul, and why can't you mix in a little bit of fun? So we do quirky, we do pop culture references, we do a little bit of horrible singing and dancing in my videos. It's terrible, but for some reason it catches on. I've managed to grow from absolute zero to over 140,000 subscribers on the platform that I started with first, YouTube, and I'll explain why I did that. And then Instagram, boy, that takes off fast, but it's hard to grow. TikTok, that only has 31,000 followers, which sounds good, but if you compare it to what else I've done, like, that's nothing, Jeff. Well, the reason why is I started that purposely later than the other two, and I'll explain why you might want to do that for yourself. So what do? Here's a little, we're going to have some videos in here. It's going to be a little bit of breaking up me talking with, I want you guys to get an idea of what I do. So this one has Toyota safety sense, the things I like best and that you might love about Grand Highlander. 2023 Toyota Prius Prime, all 3 trim levels of the new Corolla Cross Hybrid. We gonna celebrate. Woo! So when on our Pollen sale, we're slashing prices faster than Jason at Camp Crystal Lake with some naughty camp counselors. I'm going to show you how second and third row seats work. Now let's talk about some reasons why people might choose to lease. I'm going to show you today what the traction control off button does. Yes, I was on Shark Tank. I didn't get very far. Hi, Sharks. My name is Jeff T. If you're screwed, I'm out. So on my version of Shark Tank, I didn't even get past my name. So the thing is, how easy it is for somebody to recognize you, to remember your name if you're a salesperson or if you're a dealership. Well, that's a real interesting dynamic because why did I start mine? When I did when I did sales training a long time ago, 2005, just this statistic, it just stuck with me. And I'm sure that's kind of fluctuated over time, but 8 out of 10 people, if I sell a car, I'm really excited, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we'll call them, they bought a car, but 6 months later, a year later, they're in the showroom buying a car for their son or for their spouse, and it's not from me. Doesn't that just piss you off? Why are they working with somebody else as a salesperson? You work hard, but did you work hard enough to get them to remember you? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do videos. I got to make myself recognizable. I got to have people remember me somehow because it's not working. I've improved. I've evolved over time. I started off because I wanted to do recommendations. I work with Jeff Teague. It was great. He's the best, you know. And then parodies. I love doing parodies. I love making fun of anything pop culture. This is what I started, and this is what I want to do. Didn't work out that way. Matthew McConaughey. So we got Matthew McConaughey. We got a little bit of Back to the Future here.
We've got to go back to the future. I'm worried about your kids. That's not a DeLorean, it's a Prius. Great Scott!
Isn't that funny? You go back from before and you're like, that's a DeLorean. Like, wow, the Prius looks really good. Is that a DeLorean? And then we did this one here. I'm only going to show you 50 seconds of it, but I promise it's adrenaline. We're doing Top Gun, Toyota style.
Gentlemen, you are about to experience the ultimate Toyota triumph. The only question I have for you is, are you mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared?
Can't see him. Woo! Alan, me, or TRD. Okay, so that's a little bit about what I'd like to do. I'd love to just keep doing that, tributes to everything I love. But you know what? People didn't watch that. They remembered me. That one got 2,000 views. For me, like, come on, I worked really hard. It took a lot of editing, had to bribe my friends to be in it, all that kind of stuff. Had to get the copyright from Top Gun soundtrack. That was really tough. But anyway, this is what people want to see from me and probably from your reviewers with a little bit of fun mixed in. Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Teague. I'm on location in Plano, Texas, Toyota headquarters. We got a big show for you today. We're going to compare every trim level of 2023 all-new redesign, third generation Sequoia. I wasn't kidding. We've got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. That's right. Every trim level of Sequoia, and I'm going to help you choose your perfect one. All right, so they want somebody who's going to walk around the vehicles that you have on your lot. They want to show buttons, controls, dials. They want to know how to work systems. There's a lot of technology, including the new Toyota Audio Multimedia. Gosh, how do you pair your phone? Boy, that'd be a good video, wouldn't it? But if I'm stuck doing parodies, so I mix in my little brand of humor, a little bit of energy. A lot of times people write videos, they're like, how many energy drinks did you do? Or are you on crack? And I'm not. But they wonder that sometimes from my videos. So that's what they want to see. And thank you to everybody for being volunteers here. I'm paying tribute to other dealerships. Oxmoor Toyota, are you here? All right. Oxmoor Toyota, they do a great job of posting really good pictures. They have these are our vehicles of the week. It's really cool what they do on social media. So I took their picture of the Crown Platinum in that beautiful Bronze Age color, and we're going to ask people, well, is that a bold color choice right there? Do you not like it? Give people questions. Who doesn't like scrolling and you see a poll question? Boom, ABC. Yes, I love it. So we had over 350 people. They looked at this and they voted. 21 people clicked on Oxmoor Toyota's social media. I don't have anything to do with Oxmoor Toyota, and I was able to, I'm grateful for it, but influence people to click on another dealership's social media. So that's really cool stuff that we're doing here. What about Steve White Audi? Are you guys here? Steve White? I was told they'd be here.
I'm sorry, I'm right here.
Woohoo! I'm so glad you're here. This is awesome. So we did, what brand is this hot ride? And you had to click to find out. And I did ask people on my social media, please click. So we had 1,100 people in 11 hours look at my Instagram story, and 75 people clicked on the vehicle listing to this specific vehicle. Boy, if you could have that kind of free advertising for your dealership, you didn't do anything. I did it all. It's pretty powerful. Modern Toyota, thank you. Ashley, it's been great talking with you. Chelsea. Modern Toyota of Boone. This is great because why not post the interior of a car and just ask people, well, what is it? Is it a Highlander, a Camry? Most people got it right that it's a Camry, but the point is they're interacting with my social media. They feel like they're involved. You got to get your people, your customers, your viewers, potential customers involved with your social media, and it's so easy to do, and it's so free. So we had 1,000 people look at this one, and almost 70 people clicked on the link to this vehicle listing to find out that it was indeed a Camry SE, and we're probably up well over 400 votes. The stories only go for 24 hours. I stopped it at 11 hours because I had a talk to give. But the point is, we can create social media that people interact with, and they're following you, and they're probably starting to like you just a little bit more than they did the day before because of what you're doing. Dolan Toyota, thanks, Luke, for promoting this one here on my channel. I really appreciate it. Right now, I posted it about 9 o'clock this morning, somewhere in that range, just to see. This is a really cool video they did on the BZ4X, all electric. We're at 3,425 views. Wouldn't this be nice if maybe you could partner with an influencer, or if you could do this on your own social media? 20 seconds long. It's powerful. Okay, so we had Dolan Toyota in there. The neat thing is that they didn't do a thing, and let's say it's probably at 4,000, 5,000 views right now, just judging by what happens on my channel. But the point is, they had their advertising there. Gosh, they didn't do a thing. And let's say somebody watched it 1.5 times. Then 2,000 people saw the name Dolan Toyota on social media. It's pretty powerful. So me as a salesperson, what were the benefits? And think about the salespeople at your dealership. They work really hard, taking calls, showroom ups, they're prospecting, all that jazz. We know how hard they work, but it's a lot of long hours, and there are times where you might look around and salespeople are sitting at desks, and they're maybe not doing anything, but why not give them a job of doing something fun for 15 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day? Go film that Camry. Go film that Lexus. Go film that Mazda. See what you can do with it, and give them pointers. Show them how to do it. Maybe they can create their own page at my dealership. Several people have started their own page. I'm mentoring a young lady, Christina Banks Toyota, on Instagram. She now has, in probably half a year, 147,000 people who follow her specifically on Instagram. Pretty cool. So for me, obviously the repeats and referrals, that was my driving force, but also the sales, and it's free, an exposure. It's all free, other than paid advertising, but that's not what I'm talking about today. You can do your own paid ads. They're very effective. But let's talk about what's free. The ultimate icebreaker. Imagine the small talk when somebody comes into your dealership and you're like, hi, nice to see you. And they're like, hi, who are you? And they're like, can I trust the salesperson? I don't know anything about them. But my gosh, imagine if they saw you on YouTube and they followed you like, hey, Jeff, how's it going? I can't believe I'm seeing you today. This is really cool. I'm like, great. I love it. Thank you for coming in. Let's get right to it. It makes the road to the sale so much easier. You still got to follow your steps, but it really is a huge icebreaker because nowadays YouTube is treated, and I'm referring to the other platforms too, it's really treated as kind of like a rock star job. It's a really cool icebreaker. If you tell somebody nowadays, it's embarrassing really because I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a teacher, and they should thank the teachers, but I'm a YouTuber. Oh my God, how many followers do you have? What's your platform? And we've all seen that because we scroll on our phones every day. We're looking at the people that we like. We're looking at vehicles. We're learning. We're getting entertained. You want to be a resource, but you also want to be liked. So these are people, and if you could turn up the sound just a little bit, I didn't do so good on these, but the question is, can it really, really lead to sales? Here's 4 examples. How was your experience here? How did you find it?
Very smooth. First off, started off following Toyota Jeff on YouTube. Followed, a subscriber. He gave me some good reviews. Really helped me narrow down my decisions as to go with the all-wheel drive Platinum. That kind of sealed their deal. And then once my wife was able to see it, that was it.
Excellent. This guy's from San Diego. I'm in Raleigh.
I am from San Diego. I'm picking up my new 4Runner today. Just online looking, watching a lot of videos from Toyota Jeff and learning about the 4Runner. I learned a ton about the 4Runner at different trim levels. So I sent in an inquiry, and about 60 seconds later, Preston called me.
All right, Pennsylvania.
I drove from Reading, Pennsylvania. It's about 8 hours, 430 miles. And it's 8 hours straight through, and it's worth it.
She follows me on social media. She wanted to work with the dealership who had the guy that did the crazy videos. Kind of neat. This one, hopefully you can hear it. He's from Miami.
I'm all the way from Miami, Florida. I saw your videos. My mother lives here. I was up here helping her move, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go see Toyota Jeff, and now I got a car.
So this can happen locally. It happens locally a lot. But these are 4 people who were not bribed, not paid, anything like that. They just liked my videos, and they bought cars from my dealership. What did your dealership have to do? Let's say I worked for your dealership. What did you have to do? Nothing. I did all the work. You reap the rewards of more sales from people you would have never, ever accessed before. And we can do that locally too. So here's why dealerships should be involved in not just posting on social media, but for the love of Moses here, let's make it fun. Let's make it interesting. You got to step your games up, and that's tough love here, but you want to be the main resource in town. In my area, we have 4 dealerships within 30 miles of each other. That's tough competition. If you're the only one in town, fantastic. You corner the market, that's great. So we want to make the process easier, more sales, all that jazz. But what about the service customers? They're wondering, should I take it to my mechanic? As somebody referenced yesterday? Well, maybe. Or maybe they want to go to the dealership that does those cool videos or those cool posts, you know? I like them. Think about the days where it's raining or a Wednesday morning through mid-afternoon. You're like, well, it's going to be a slow day today. I just know it. But what if social media was already working for you and you were doing business, you just didn't see it in the showroom because people were following you. They were planning maybe their next visit or in internet requests. So we buy from people we like. Here's the question I ask you. Do they like your social media? This is from a random dealership I investigated in Louisiana. So these are the past posts that they posted on Facebook over the last 7 days. Nothing, I don't see any people in it. I see a handshake, that's kind of cool. But these are stock photos, and those are necessary. But do you really want your dealership represented this way with just this? If you're scrolling at home or at work or at the restaurant, like we all do now, do you want to do that? So people want to be entertained. They want to learn, like Happy Gilmore would say. They want to get your popcorn ready. What do we got for them? We're going to teach, we're going to entertain. So would you watch the social media that you have right now? Here are some posts that my dealership did, that I did for my dealership. Look at the interaction there. We've got birthdays, we've got people of the month, 41 interactions, 100 likes. Pictures of me with the car, so humans, the fire department stopped by. That's content. Welcome back to the dealership, Andre, 98 likes, 99 likes. Happy anniversary to Ken, 200 likes. We've got lots of accomplishments that people give. So I'm saying let your associates speak. This is just part of our tire ad.
Hi, I'm Peter, the tire specialist here at Fred Anderson Toyota. Just want to welcome you to come down and take advantage of our April tire sale.
He's not a speaker.
BZ4X Limited. It just shines and glistens in this beautiful black exterior paint color.
You can just narrate it. You don't have to be on camera. Have fun. This is a Toyota Crown. Who's going to fit? All right.
Fred Anderson's first annual Tacoma Parade. Our first look at the Celestial Silver TRD Off-Road.
You guys can do this too.
Silver truck, silver car, silver SUV, doesn't show dirt.
Oh, look at her hand wave. Now that's a classic pageant wave there.
Wow, I was hoping we'd get a pageant win, and we got one.
All right, so tips and advice, and please, I need some props for this because I just learned how to do this. We recreated Dagobah with me doing a handstand. Kind of cool stuff. But tips and advice, help you, I can, I think Yoda would say. So what are we going to post? We're going to get good lighting on our pictures. That includes the cars that arrive here. Make sure they're good because you don't want sun's reflection or anything like that. And we're going to do videos. If you notice, I've been giving you tips and ideas all the way through the talk. That was meant with purpose. But here's what I did is I started with something I knew I could do. I wanted to do YouTube first. Didn't touch Instagram, had a couple hundred followers. Once I knew I was good at that, I moved on. I don't want to overwhelm myself with man hours, resources, and I just wouldn't be good at it. And then TikTok, I just started it because I felt I was pretty good at the other ones. I stay off Facebook, but you could be active on whichever ones you want to. Be consistent. Remember, people are watching you all over the place, and they want to see you. They especially want to see people. George Costanza found out he could raise a lot of money to help people, money for people, the human fund. You want to feature people in there, even if it's just a service tech standing by a tire machine or something like that, or your detailer cleaning the windshield or something like that. Show the people in your neighborhood, Sesame Street said. Why not show that? They want to know that you're human. You're not just a robotic business. Look at our ads. They want to see people. They want to see fun. They want to like you and work with you. There's a little TikTok thing. 3 seconds. Why can't you do that? It's easy. So who's going to do it? We're going to get people all the way around the dealership to do it. Salespeople, service advisors, BDC. I've got BDC people at my dealership who love to be on camera. Customer testimonials. We can get a lot of people doing that. You got to find somebody who's passionate, maybe a young person who's really quick, really good at social media. They can post this stuff for you. You don't have to, as managers, GMs, executives, you don't have to be the ones to do it if you don't want to. Just find somebody who's going to create innovative, engaging content. Types of content. Lots of ideas. I've got tons of ideas for you of what you can post. You can just look at my social media. You can do features. $5 million people saw this. I opened up the door to a Sequoia. Almost 3 million people, maybe 3 million now. They looked at a backup camera. It's boring to you because you see it every day, but to 2.8 million views, is it boring? They wanted to see it. So can you easily do this content? Here's me filming what you're about to see on the right-hand side. That's all I did. Put some music to it, you got content. That was really easy, so I challenge all of you to do something like that in the next coming weeks. You can make 10 pieces of content for every vehicle. Like an artist, what inspires you? Well, everything I see. You think, well, that's a boring answer, but things inspire me, what I see. Look at all those things that you can do on just one vehicle. Let's take a Camry TRD. Guess which ride that interior's to? 1,000 people interacted with that one.
Look at the 19-inch
wheels
on this Camry TRD. Are you too good for your home? Why don't you just go home? This is a work of art, my friends. How do you like the wheels on 23 Camry TRD? Underground color.
Dennis. I'm here to service my own Camry, but this one caught my eye. It's the new Camry TRD in underground color. And isn't it beautiful?
So we can get service customers. Why not? Got you 5 minutes to go. Woo! All right, so we can do the front and the back. Beautiful pictures. I like the lighting on it because the sun was over here. That's what you should do also. Shoot away from the sun. Which one looks better? That's a good piece of content. Is it wicked cool or you don't like it? That's my Facebook story there. All different types of content. We do one on traction control.
Hey everyone, Jeff here. Have you ever wondered what the traction control off button does? You know, this button right here. You'll find traction control on just about every car, truck, and SUV, like on this 23 Camry TRD.
Found another way to use the same car.
I'm Jeff Teague. What did the exhaust sound like on a 23 Camry TRD? Underground color.
Your next piece of content could be something.
Please follow me, Instagram.
Follow me, follow me. Sorry, different volumes. But anyway, you can just show the multi-information startup screen. That's a piece of content. That's all I did is I walked away from the vehicle. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands. I think 100,000 people saw that one. I just wanted to play this song. Have somebody drive your car, you know, like Will Smith says, 2 miles an hour so everyone could see you, summertime. Why can't that be a piece of content? It's beautiful, and now people get to see the cars that you have on your lot and you're looking to sell. Do that with hard-to-sell vehicles, pre-owned cars that have been on the lot a long time. Put that baby up on social media. Do it fun. Now, can you do this quickly? I started this. I got the go-ahead to start TikTok at my dealership April 11th. We have over 1.3 million total views, 314 followers, and I think I just checked we're 34,500 total likes. That's a lot of people who saw my dealership's platform. I didn't necessarily like TikTok right away, but how many people, how many millions and billions and gazillions of people follow TikTok? They're probably looking for your dealership maybe. Show them a reason to follow it. This is one. Why not film it being unloaded? You're going to get a lot of winners, and you're going to get a lot of losers when you film. Just keep posting. 1.1 million views for that unloading of a vehicle. 1.1 million on, what, an 8-second post. So these are all the benefits of social media, but I encourage you, just try to improve and get a little bit better with your social media. It doesn't have to change everything in one video. You don't have to do, okay, we're going to go out and do a YouTube video on 20 minutes on a Camry or whatever, an Audi. Well, do a 3-second walk back or walk around the vehicle. These are the highlights of Camry TRD. Just walk around it and post it and see what happens. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope that inspired you to do a little bit at your dealership. It's been great talking. This has been fun. Fun. Thank you.